Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video we are going to do some pretty cool things. We're actually going to take all of the DLC horses that have come out or have already been released, and we're going to put them side by side. I'm going to spawn them in like I did in my last video with the trainer, and you can spawn in online horses with that as well as the new DLC horses. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to put them side by side so that way you can see all of them just in one go, you know, without cutting anything, and you can see them side by side, and that way you can see how they compare to each other, how big they are to each other. But before we go into that, guys, if you guys would leave a like and subscribe, that we really appreciate it, and let's get into the video. Okay guys, so here we are. As you can see, I spawned them all three in. So we're gonna go over them and then we are going to check them out. So this one is the Breton, it's the Melee Maple Bay. This one is actually the one you can get when once you reach level 20 of the Bounty Hunter role. Overall an amazing horse. I will also leave every horse, I covered most of the horses, so I will also leave the link in the description down below so you can check the horses out them by themselves and the stats and all that good things. Over here we have the Criollo, the Bay Frame Overo, also a level 21, an amazing horse as well. You know, this is actually one of the fastest horses in the game, or you can make it at least the fastest horse in the game, so that's an amazing thing. And then on the other side, so this is how they look, pretty cool. Overall, nothing too wrong with the coats, you know. And then over here we have the Clot Rooper, the Rose Grey Virgin. Again, a level 20 horse. It's an amazing horse. This is actually a horse that, it's actually the only horse that has, once you get it to level 4, 10 health and 10 stamina. So that's overall an amazing thing to have on a horse. And you're probably wondering, well, there are 4 roles, why, where is the 4th one? Well, let me actually show you why there is not a 4th one in this list. So I already did the, actually got a new trainer as well. So this is the 4th one. This is the Norfolk Roadster. For some reason it doesn't come up as good as the other ones, or doesn't spawn correctly as the other ones, but this is it. You know, it's a, to be honest, it's a kind of creepy looking horse right now, especially the eyes and stuff like that, but it's definitely a fun horse to ride around with. As you can see, the eyes and the teeth and all that over here, pretty creepy, but still, you know, you can put a saddle on it and you can ride it as well, so that's a cool thing about it. So if you want to ride an invincible horse, an invisible horse, then you can always get this horse with it. So yeah, let me get the saddle of the Arabian real quick. That's actually the new Arabian as well, an amazing horse. And let me put it on so you guys can actually see how big it is compared to the other horses. Now put the saddle on. Okay, so as you can see now we have all 4 of them together. So it's actually a really cool list of horses that you got. You got the Breton, the Criollo, and the Quadruper, and of course the Norfolk Roadster. So the first thing you can see is definitely the Criollo is the smallest of them all. And then we have the Breton. The Breton is actually, I would say it's a little bit bigger than the Criollo, and probably the same in height than the Quadruper. But the only difference is, of course, the Breton is just way bulkier than all of the horses up here. And as you can see, I'm gonna put them together so you can see the difference real quick. And there is not much difference. I still think the Quadruper is just a little bit bigger, but overall, you know, it's a pretty big horse as well, the Breton, although it doesn't look that big, because it kind of looks like a Criollo or something like that, but it's a little bit bigger than it looks, especially because it's like a lot bulkier than the other horses. So now you can see that the Quadruper and the Norfolk Roadster up there are the biggest horses in this list, or in this category of the new DLC horses. Overall, pretty cool. And as you can see at the Norfolk Roadster side, you can kind of sort of make out how his body is, or how high he is and all that good stuff. So it's pretty much the same than the Quadruper, maybe even a little bit bigger than all of them, but I still think the Quadruper and the Norfolk are the biggest. Then we have the Breton and then the Criollo. So now let's put him back real quick and see how they compare. Oh, okay, let's get out of here. Can we get out of here real quick? I guess not. I can also not jump. Yo, what the... And now we're stuck up here. Okay. Okay, so let's put him back and let's see how he compares to some other horses. We're gonna spawn in, or we're gonna take actually the Arabian up here, and then we're gonna see later on with the Shire as well how they compare to the Shire, which is actually the biggest horse in the game. So that's a cool little thing we're going to do. So again, all four up here. Now let's go and take the Arabian and put him in the middle between these two. Okay, so it was kind of a struggle to get to get him in correctly without the horses running. So it took me a while actually to get this job done. But yeah, so we're here. Let's hopefully, yeah, let me calm him down as well. Let me get on him and calm him down, because he just keeps doing that. Some weird thing with the horses that just keep doing it like forever if I don't sit on him. But you can clearly see the Arabian is I would say a little bit smaller than the Criollo. Depending on the view, they look the same. Depending on the view as well, they also look a little bit different. But I would say that the Arabian is just a little bit smaller than the Criollo. So let me see if I put him a bit further. I mean, it's all up to you. My opinion, they kind of look the same, but depending on how the Arabian stands and how the Criollo stands, there's a little bit difference. But I don't think there's such a big matter, because a lot of people know that the Arabian is probably one of the smallest horses in the game compared to the other horses on this or in this list. So there you can definitely see the difference between how bulky the Breton is, or how bulky the Breton is compared to the other horses. Okay, so they actually all run away again, so I had to put them back together. And then we get this big boy over here going crazy as well, so let me calm him down real quick. But as you can see, the Arabian is definitely the smallest of them all. He's not as bulky as the Criollo, because the Criollo is still a little bit more bulkier than the Arabian. And so, you know, if you like bulky horses like the Breton, then the Arabian is definitely not a horse for you. So yeah, they're pretty cool if we put them all together. The sad thing is that we cannot see the Norfolk Roadster. That's kind of a sad thing. But overall, you know, I definitely think that the Norfolk Roadster is also up there with the Quadruper, pretty much the same sort of looking as the Quadruper and the Breton, kind of a mix with the bulkiness and all that. But okay, let's move out, because otherwise he's gonna shoot me. So there you can see them all pretty good, and you can definitely see that the Arabian is smaller than the Criollo, and then we have the Breton and the Quadruper and the Norfolk Roadster. Personal opinion is, I feel like the Breton is probably the coolest of them all. So now let's spawn probably one of my favorite horses, that is the Shire, because the Shire is also the biggest horse in the game. So let's spawn him and see how he compares to the other horses. Okay, kicks me off right away. Let's get him back real quick. Yeah, and this is actually the new trainer I got. It's actually way easier to spawn all of them in compared to the other one. So right away when I'm coming up to the horses, you can see that the Shire is just way bigger than all of them. As you can see right now, the Shire is just an all-round big horse. You know, it's bulky, it's big, it has everything. You know, as you can see, the Quadruper is also big, but the Shire is just way bigger in total. So overall, an amazing that we can do with this one. So as you can see, you know, just an overall really cool looking horse, and you can definitely see right now the difference between the Shire and the Arabian, and how tiny it looks compared to the Arabian, or how tiny it looks compared to the Shire, especially if you're riding on it, because you look a little bit bigger as well. But yeah, so let's see how they compare this one. So now we can see pretty good shot of how big they are and how small they are. So let's actually get the Shire and let's put him closer to the bulkiest horse of this list, and that is of course the Breton. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so they all actually ran away again, so I put them already back together, and let's see how big they compare. So now you can clearly see how bulky they both are, and as you can see, I still think the Shire is a little bit bulkier than the Breton. and then of course you have the small Arabian, and then a little bit bulkier Criollo, and then of course the same round type as the quadruple. Overall, really amazing horses. I really recommend you buy the Breton if you're playing online. Of course, if you buy the Breton, amazing horse, and then the Criollo is probably one of my favorites as well. So definitely check them out, guys, if you haven't already. Of course, the Norfolk Roadster is also an amazing horse, but we can't show you that. So I actually can show you that, but not in this video, because otherwise I cannot spawn it, and as you can probably see, this is a single player gameplay. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, then definitely like and subscribe. If you learned something or nothing at all, that's fine. Just let me know in the comment section down below as well. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope to see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys. See you later.